Hi there, my name is Vijay Prasad and this is my second video for my e-portfolio. In this video, I will explain how I meet the domain 2 of the quality of teaching in my discipline area. I will select most of the artifacts you saw in my first video and show how I use them in my foundation courses. So let's get started. For ISF 21, I will select the following artifacts as part of being a pedagogical innovator. How I use my SMS. So Moodle SMS, that's the first artifact that I have selected. Send SMS, as you can see from here. And all you need to do over here is click add all and then type your message and hit the send button. And if I go back to this Moodle shell, you can see the snapshot that I show you in the first video, the history, SMS history. So here is the SMS history that you saw earlier, and you can see some of the messages that I have sent previously. This was for them to help them with the assignment 1 and then so forth. Alright, so the next item I want to show you, the artifact that I have used properly in my course, is the chat room. As you saw earlier, here you just click on enter chat room and I just click on view past chat sessions. So you'll notice a stream of chat sessions that took place, and if you scroll down, there's quite a lot of chat sessions. As I mentioned before, for the entire semester the chat sessions are here, and this one has got 11 for the final exam chat session. And let's just see this session. Here are some of the questions that the students have asked me, and I have explained to them how you are able to do these things. I will not go into the specifics of these, just to show you how these are being used in my course as part of being a pedagogical innovator in my course. And satellite tutorial videos, as I mentioned before, here is the link. So if I click on that link, it will take you to the archive where all the React videos are stored, so the students can easily download them, provided they are on USB network. I remember this date, 27th May. So in this particular folder, I took the ISF21 course, the satellite tutorial. So here are the two videos that are there. So the students can easily click on these videos, and the size of the video is also provided here. They can simply download these videos. Alright, so that's how I provide satellite tutorial videos to all my students. The next item I would like to show you is the incorporation of the lessons, and the lessons are here. So this is how the lessons are designed. Let me just choose the first lesson, and this is how the lessons are designed. So I'll just do a preview of the lesson so that the marks are not recorded, and the learning objectives are clearly stated here, the learning outcomes. You click on the tab for each of these pages, and after reading through this page, then the students can attempt the quiz, and they can simply select whatever the answers. I'm just selecting it randomly for now, and they get the feedback. So they get the feedback, and in this case they can say yes, I'd like to try again, and no, I just want to go to the next question. And then I can attempt the next question, submit, and again they get immediate feedback. So this is how learning improves, and in this particular lesson what they can simply do is go back and try it again. So they can go back and read the notes and attempt the quiz again till they actually get what they are trying to grasp in this particular concept. So this is how the lesson module is used. Before I move to the other course, I'll show you how the quizzes are implemented in my course. And if you look at the course assessment, then it is in reverse chronological order rather. So assignment 2, that was the latest, and the due date is clearly marked here so that the students can't miss this due date. And if you click on this drop box, then you notice that the rubric are also provided for all my students. So you notice that the rubric is also given here, so they are fully aware of where the marks will be allocated and where they will be losing the marks. So there is a clear-cut rubric, and if you look at my assignment 1 rubric, then you'll notice that it is RSD compliant. I have made sure that my assignment 1 rubric is RSD compliant. So if you look at this research evidence, all the facets of the RSD are covered in this particular rubric. So it looks quite intensive, but it's really not that messy. And the next item I'd like to show you is the quizzes. So for every topic, you notice that for topic 1 the quiz is given here. So if you click on the quiz, and you can see 739 attempts, and I am allowing students to have 2 attempts per quiz, and in the attempt in which they score the higher, that's the one that I will normally use as part of their coursework. So they really have a good chance of getting good marks, because after the first attempt they can realize the mistakes that they have probably made. And another thing is that these quizzes are set up in a random fashion. So let me just do a quick preview, and you'll notice that the questions coming over here is, just try and notice these questions, and if I click a start new preview, you notice that the questions have changed. So even though the students have made 2 attempts, it's not necessary that they will get the same set of questions. The questions will be different but of similar strength. They are selected from a pool of questions because I have got a huge question bank here, and it is randomly selected. The next item I'd like to show you is the workshop activity, but I'm not using the workshop activity in this course. I'm using the workshop activity in my prelim course, which is Introduction to Information and Communication Technology, and I just selected that particular item. And this activity particularly allows students to do peer review, and you can see the peer review exercise. So the students get 7% for submitting their work and 3% for assessing somebody's work. So you can go through each of the phases. The first phase is of course the submission phase, and then the assessment phase, and then the evaluation phase. So when I reach the evaluation phase, in this phase I normally check how many students are marking correctly, and the ones who are not marking correctly, I have asked my TA. In this case, this is my TA who is going in and marking the students who did not do the marking properly. So we override their marking. Like for instance, in this case the marking was overwritten, so you can see that the mark was overwritten. And if you look at the mark sheet, in this case, let me just choose one student who has done all the work. So here you go, this is the student who has done except for the review exercise, which is not assessed of course, so no problem. So the quiz is here, the marks are here. So you can see the workshop activity submission, she got 5.3, and for the assessment she got this one. So this is how the workshop activity is used. And let's look at the quizzing video. So here is the quizzing video in this particular course that I've used. So let's look at the first video. Alright, in order to watch this video, okay, you just click on enter, and then the video will play. And what you can do is, when you're watching this video, automatically it will prompt you for some questions. Right, and the video plays. So we just play this video.
Alright students, let's
And you
continue
can
from where we
hear
left
what
in the
I've
last
the
Microsoft. If
questions
table
are here
remember
with
in
these dots.
documents,
So
then you
if you move here,
save.
then you notice that the questions will pop up.
So
And you see that now the quiz option comes up, so you can either take the quiz or you can replay the last section. So in this particular case, you can replay the last section, and in this case, when you reach here, or simply take the quiz and you attempt. So submit answers and then continue. You can even view the answers. So you can do this question like that, and there's another quiz question right at the end. So it all depends on how you want to use it, and once you have finished that, then this is embedded within Moodle. So what happens is your score actually gets stored in the mark sheet. So let me just go back, close that, and go back to the mark sheet once more. And you'll notice that spreadsheet video, I just attempted that one and I've got the score 14.3 out of 100. So that is how the marks are allocated. So this is the SCORM package that I've used in my Moodle for prelim, and I'm thinking of using this in my foundation course as well. So thank you very much for watching. Okay, now let me show you how I have used the OERs in my course. Let's look at the practical aspects of this course, and all my practicals have OERs embedded in them. So let's look at the first practical for topic 1 and for practical 1. In fact, I've used the OER from W3 Schools. So when you click on each of these links, it will open the OER. In fact, in this case, I am using W3 Schools. So it will take you to the W3 Schools webpage, and in this W3 Schools webpage, the site is quite interactive, and especially when you click on try it yourself. So here the students also get to try things out for themselves, and they make changes to the codes given over here, and they can easily run this. For instance, we just delete this paragraph and click on see results. So straight away that paragraph is missing from the web page. So here is the HTML code that is given, and on the right hand side the students can actually see firsthand the changes that they have made. And this is a very good and interactive way for students to learn. So I am using this quite effectively, and most students are enjoying this, and I have created the links directly to each of the main concepts that I am teaching at this level. So all the HTML elements and the basic elements, so just click on it, the items, and it links directly to the W3 Schools webpage. So this is the best OER for people who want to learn HTML. So for foundation level, I am focusing on mostly HTML and the basic parts of the HTML. Now let me show you the other OER that I'm using for Office applications. Let me just pick practical 3, which is word processing. So in this case, you can see that again I'm providing them with the lesson, practical lesson, and each of the lesson has got links to each of the main attributes of word processing that the student has to master. So in this case, let's just pick randomly, let's say spelling and grammar check. So it will take them to the gcflearnfree.org. So this is another OER that I'm using, and is quite effective, very well written OER, and most it is gaining popularity. As you can see, it is quite new, but it's gaining popularity, and I'm really using this, and it's quite effective. And you can see that almost everything is provided here on and teaching how the students can use spelling and grammar checker in word processing, and there's even a short video over here that explains how to activate or how to use the spelling and grammar check. So it gives you a good text. So for those students whose internet connectivity is not so good, they can read this text on the web page, and for those students who have got good internet connectivity, they can simply watch this video. So similarly, I have done the OER embedding for all the other practicals as well. For practical 3, word processing, and similarly for practical 4, database, and again it is linking to the same gcflearnfree.org, and everything is provided very neatly, so it really saves my time, and I don't have to waste my time going to rewrite these instructions, and everything is done quite nicely. And let me just quickly pick the other courses in which I have used the OER. So in ISP21, some of the OERs that I have used, if you look at the topic, let's say topic 1, and I am using the game center as well. This is another concept that I'm using in my course, edutainment. It is part of educating while playing. So this website, in fact, is a good games website that allows students to learn. So if, for example, this particular game teaches them the concepts of the different types of computer that we have. So if you click on this game, and you can just choose one player and just click on play, and then the questions will appear at the bottom, and you just choose your answer, and then you get to play the game. So this is how this game works, and it really helps the students to uh, be motivated and learn while they are playing the games. So I've incorporated that OER as part of the main learning item for this particular course. And the next OER that I'm using in this course is, of course, randomly selected from different OER sites. For example, in this particular video, there's one video that is embedded from Sailor Academy, so you can check that out as well. So there's sailor.org. So there's another video that I'm using, and there are a series of videos throughout this course that are selected randomly from sailor.org and OER Commons. So I'm using the OERs quite effectively in my courses, and for my programming course that I used last semester in CSF 1-2 for programming, I'm using Bucky's tutorials. So you notice that there are some links provided here that are for all the Bucky's website. So here is the Bucky's website. It directly points to the YouTube video, and if you play the Bucky's C++ programming tutorial. So all my main concepts in this course are provided through these links. So you notice that there are a lot of links. Look at variables, arithmetic, and everything is provided here throughout these programming tutorials. So there is even a series of all the
What is going
tutorials,
on, guys? Welcome back to your
so
fourth C++
the students
tutorial.
get first hand, and I do not have to reinvent the wheel. So I'm easily able to use these OERs quite effectively in all my foundation courses. So thank you very much for watching.